What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the SPY and the dollar index, do a comparison of the two of them, and answer the question, are we about to crash? And before I break anything down, before I get into any more details about what the technicals are telling us, I do have to mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. Plus, you'll also have the free level 1 data that comes with the platform. It's a limited time offer. The offer ends in just 10 days. Check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Looking at the market, I want to note something very important that happened. Looking at this chart, you could see that the fear and greed index does have a tendency of marking the tops in the market right here around this period. During the rally we saw around March time, the market was just pushing and pushing and pushing. We hit the extreme level on the fear and greed index, and that marked the top. Then the market came tumbling down. Then it pushed up again, and this marked the second top. It came down a little bit more as the market dropped. Then we got the second rally right over here, right? During the second rally right here around August time, the fear and greed index met extreme values again. Then it came tumbling right back down, just like how the market came down, right? But this marked the top, this extreme value on the fear and greed index. Then what happened was, right here, the fear and greed index came to another extreme value. That marked the second top that we formed right over here as we got rejected off the descending broadening wedge around, I think it was December time. Then the market came down, and now we're getting another rally. The rally has been going on since January, and we're starting to show some weakness. But look at the fear and greed index at these extreme values. Now, I'm saying this because the extreme values are telling us that we have this divergence that's forming. You can see right here, the top in August relative to the top right here, we have this big increase. Then if you compare that to the S&P 500, for instance, there's a big decrease, right? So this is showing us a divergence, and this is suggesting that the market is likely going to see a potential top right here and maybe some downside. At least that's what the historical trend tells us. We're at this extreme value. Now, the fear and greed index is starting to cool off a little bit. That's because the market is starting to show some weakness, especially after the Fed is becoming more hawkish. And we know what happens when the Fed becomes hawkish. Secondly, the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is a in-depth comparison between the dollar index levels and the S&P 500. So if you're completely new to this, remember the dollar index is inversely correlated with the market. Let's just do a quick comparison between them. Remember in 2022 how the market started tanking? Well, what did the dollar index end up doing? What we could first do is look at the very beginning phase. The S&P 500 between January going into like the end of February came down pretty hard. What did the dollar index do during this time frame? We could see right about here. To start us off, the dollar was on this very big uptrend up until like the very beginning of March, right? So the dollar index is going up. The market is going down. Then we get to March. What did the market do around this March period? The market got a rally. I'm sure you guys remember that in 2022. What did the dollar do? We just traded sideways, and we actually came down a bit. You could see right here, the dollar was up at 99, trading sideways, and it actually came all the way down to about 97. So the dollar was on a downtrend. The market was on an uptrend. And then we have another moment where after the rally, the dollar explodes, and this explosion actually continued for quite a while. What did the stock market do during that time? The market came down, right? And we could see the market came down again and again going into like June and July. Look at where the market ended up bottoming at temporarily. This is near the top phase of the dollar index. So around this June period going into July, this is where the market was bottoming. The dollar was topping around this June to July period, right? And then after that, what happened between, I would say from the June period, maybe like around July going into like August. What happened during July to August? Right here. Wait, hold on. Right here. Here it is. We saw the dollar actually get a bit of a drop. Sorry, it's right here. I was kind of mixed up on my chart. Right here. The dollar was coming down until the 12th of August. The market was going up until about the 16th of August. It was off by just a couple of days, right? The dollar was crashing, the market was rallying. Then after the August run up, we had the next crash going into October. The market just dropped and dropped and dropped. I'm sure you guys remember that between August and October. Between August and October, let's see what the dollar did. How funny is that? The dollar began to rally. The dollar is going up, the market comes down. All right. Now, what happened since then? The dollar has been just crashing. What has the stock market been doing since October? We're technically on an uptrend, technically, right? Nice uptrend on the S&P 500, nice downtrend in the dollar. Now, if I bring back my drawings, I want to show you guys something. Check this out. The dollar was on a falling wedge. The S&P 500 was on a nice uptrend, this channel right here. The dollar just recently broke out and it's starting to rally. It was trading sideways here, but now it's continuing to push up. All right, let's close these. The dollar is breaking out to the upside. The market's starting to downtrend. It's still holding because of market maker manipulation due to the fact that we did end up seeing the market continuing to push up because of the options chain. Well, now we don't have a crazy options chain until like mid-March. So I do believe the market likely has downside if the dollar continues. Remember the correlations I showed you, the inverse correlations. If the dollar keeps breaking out, if it keeps going to the 105, 106, it keeps going up and up. Look how strong it looks on the MACD. The dollar got the crossover. It's breaking out. It looks bullish. The dollar is going and getting out of here. The S&P 500, it's likely downtrending. It's going to likely continue to downtrend. Look at the crossover we just got on the MACD. Right here. This is telling me that the market's likely going to start coming down. Can I say we're going to crash? Not yet. It depends on the catalysts. But the Fed being more hawkish and giving us 50 basis points could indeed cause a bit of a pullback, maybe even a more significant one depending on other factors. So yes, there is a possibility of a crash coming. Depends on other factors though. But the bottom line is I do see downside coming in the market at the very least. I do see SPY coming down to 390, 395, maybe even lower. I do see the dollar continuing to break out. This is just one of many signals that we could use. We could also look at the VIX, the yields out there. We could look at what's going on with HYG and a bunch of other things. But I just wanted to keep this video simple and just focus on this for the time being, just to let you guys know that there's likely going to be some downside coming soon. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great rest of the day. I want to keep it nice, short, sweet, and simple. And I'll see you guys in the next one. The market to the moon because the long-term future is still incredibly bright. And peace out.